second quarter deep. Arizona and USC are tied at 10.
Oh.
Arizona had an interception that looked like they were returning it for a touchdown. They fumbled it. And then USC got the ball back. So it's a wild one in Los Angeles. I'm sure people are wondering what the heck is going on with the Trojans as they are tied with Arizona. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
Well, that's why they say you have to play the football game, because you never know what's going to happen in football games. And as you can see, Oregon's out to a 26-0 lead, but that could always change at any time.
Well, that Stanford win over USC. It's still hard to believe that Stanford beat the Trojans, but they did. Here comes the blitz. Dixon over the middle, has Dixon. And he has the first down, and he dives forward. He fumbled the ball, though. The Cougars picked it up. They're saying he's down.
Yeah.
They're saying the ball came out after it hit the ground.
Well, this is the 3rd down guy that Dixon wants to throw to, is the other Dixon. He's going to get the first down. Yes, he was down. Good call by the official.
So the Ducks move the chains on that 3rd and 7. 4:06 to go. Remember, they do get the ball in the second half. Cougar fans don't like the call. Looks pretty clear. They'll hand it off to Stewart. Cuts it back and falls forward for maybe 3 yards. You look at the upcoming schedule for Oregon, Anthony, with at Washington, home against USC, home against Arizona State, at Arizona, at UCLA, a team struggling, and then the Civil War here. Boy, their destiny is in their hands.
Well, it
UCS.
is. And the schedule's not an easy one. I mean, you have Washington at Husky Land, and then the USC and A-State, Arizona State. It's a tough schedule.
2nd down and 7. They'll hand the ball off. It's Crenshaw. He tries to dance around, but he just gets buried, and he'll lose 3 yards. 3rd and 10 coming up.
There's that youth that shows in Andre Crenshaw that if there's nothing there, just get up north and south. You don't want to run east and west. You're not going to get any yards running east and west. There was a small little seam. Go ahead and try to take it and take what you can get.
Ducks also have Remine Alston available if they want to go there. He would be number 5 if you happen to see him out on the field. Here's a 3rd and 10 for Dixon. Ed Dixon's the tight end on the far side here. He'll drop short again. Dixon now trying to get away. Still looking to run the ball. Now he gets outside. Will he get there? He does somehow pick up the first down. What a play by Dennis Dixon.
Wow.
You just feel like he can move the chains whenever he wants.
I guess so, but right here, they send another blitz trying to get inside. They think they have him from behind. Then looking at Dennis Dixon, a guy that's a quarterback that has great vision as a running back. He can find that seam, find that hole, was able to pick up the first down.
2:34. Ducks are quick to the ball again. Little screen setup. Jason Williams, this time there's not a lot of blocking, but Williams with a stiff arm. Williams down the sideline. Williams to the 20. 10. Jason Williams. What a touchdown by Jason Williams.
Talk about the speed of Jason Williams, and he doesn't look like he's running that fast, yet he outruns the angles. And right here, the stiff arm. That's Jeremiah Johnson's move right there. He said, hey, Jeremiah Johnson, this is for you. I'll give you a little stiff arm. Then to keep inbounds, stay near the sideline, and outrun the angles that the defensive backs had coming from the other side.
What a play by Jason Williams. 33-0. That's a highlighter. That's a keeper for Jason Williams because it had everything.
It did.
It had power, it had speed, it had balance.
Oh, and look at the balance, trying to stay in bounds. And then the speed right here. This is the speed. He outruns 2 guys and beats the angle.
Ducks are having a heck of a quarter, 165 yards. Here in the second quarter alone, Washington State has 7 yards, and I'm sure Coach Bellotti is going to be happy about that. Coming up at halftime, we'll talk about the BCS situation that, who knows, may or may not include something like the Orange Bowl. Scores, highlights, stats. Our AT&T halftime report coming up. AT&T is the official wireless provider of Oregon Athletics.
You know, when you're talking about this Oregon football team and what they're doing in the first quarter. Guys like Jason Williams are stepping up because you got Paysinger, who's hurt, Cameron Colvin, the receiver's hurt, and now you got guys like Jason Williams. Now he makes this play by himself. First the stiff arm, okay, just to get off me, I'm not done running yet. And then control his body to get down the sideline. Look at the stride. I mean, that's like a sprinter stride. Just has the speed to get down, outrun the angle, and score a touchdown.
33-0 Oregon leads it. Matt Evenson will kick it off. This time it'll be Bumpus taking it at the 5-yard line. I'm sorry, make it Dillon. Dillon tumbles over the 25 to the 27-yard line. Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive. 7 plays, 80 yards, 246. 52-yard touchdown catch for Jason Williams.
Talking about these guys stepping up like a Jason Williams and Jonathan Stewart, but you still got to feel for the key guys who are hurt today, which is Jeremiah Johnson and Cameron Colvin, because you need those guys at the end of the run, at the end of the season.
Brink to throw here. It started off poorly for Brink as that one is incomplete with 3 first-quarter turnovers, which all led to Oregon points, and from that point on, it's just been all Ducks, 33-0.
I'm surprised that Washington State right here is not doing a hurry-up offense. I mean, they got 2 minutes to go. Oregon is going to get the ball in the second half. You got to get something on the board. You got to generate your offense somehow.
Yeah, if you throw 3 and out here, you're looking at giving Oregon the ball back. Here's Brink to scramble, throws it, almost intercepted. Boy, I think Jarris Bird came up with it. He was just out of bounds.
He's out of bounds, yeah. And then we talked about Alex Brink. He's not a scrambler. He's hard. He doesn't have a he has a strong arm, but the balance, the athletic ability to throw on the run, that's not his forte. His forte is to stand in that pocket and throw the football. Give him some time. Right now, he's getting flushed out of the pocket.
3rd down and 10. Here comes the rush again. Little screen set up. Flag is down. Flag is down. No play.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 67 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 3rd down.
They'll move it back a little bit. Boy, this is what a tough quarter. Well, the first quarter they moved the ball, turned it over 3 times.
Yeah.
Second quarter they just can't move it.
They can't move it, and it's kind of 2 different football teams that moved the football the first quarter, and now they're struggling to find something that works. Nick Aliotti, the defensive coordinator for Oregon, is doing a great job of play calling the right calls for the right offensive play.
3rd down, 15. Still 2 minutes left. Here comes the blitz. Brink going deep down the field, and it is incomplete. And the Cougars are going to have to give it right back to Oregon with 1:58 left on the clock. So plenty of time to try to get more if you're the Ducks.
Well, there's a lot of time. 1:58 with the Oregon offense. I mean, they score very quickly, and they have the weapons to score quickly. So Washington State, you know, there's a point, either move the football down the field, hurry up offense, or then go ahead and just slow it down. You know, huddle up and take a long time.
Reed Forrest to punt. Again, he's got that running punt, tough to field. It's going to hit the ground. Usually going to pop up. Pflugrad somehow corrals it like he's a shortstop.
That's scary.
You stay down on the ball, he can jump up, hit you right in the face, and
yes,
boy, some of those you might want to just get away from too.
But yet he's not letting the ball roll all the way down to the the 10-yard line. But it's still at the same time, that ball can hit you very quickly on the pads and bounce the other direction.
Ducks right back at it. Now with 1:50 to go, Ducks have all of their timeouts left here, and Dixon on the ball. A quick throw to the outside, and it's incomplete, and Dixon not able to bring that one in. How about this one, Anthony? Washington State with no passing yards this quarter.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, if your best weapon is passing and you have 0, I mean, even I can figure that out.
Well, Alex Brink was very hot in that first quarter, and then he just cooled down.
2nd down and 10. Cougars are just going to get tired from blitzing so much. Dixon over the middle. Here's that Dixon. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Dixon with a piggyback down to the 23-yard line.
The big man jumps over somebody. Talk about athletic skills right here. Break the tackle. Watch the little hop right there. And then the speed of the big man to break the tackle. The power. Nice catch, nice run.
Well, that's the kind of thing that makes the coach say that we got to give him the ball more.
Yeah.
And they are. They're getting him the ball a lot. The Cougars going to use a timeout to try to regroup. Another timeout, and the fans at Autzen just, you know, it just seems almost like a playground type deal, Anthony. Just, I mean, in the first half, Oregon has 367 yards in the first half.
Well, you know, looking at Oregon's offense, everything is right. Everything is going right. Dixon looking for Dixon. And this guy, again, when he catches the football, yards after catch, and the guys, look right there, they're scared to hit him. I mean, you ain't going to go hit the guy or not hit the guy. You know, go tackle a guy, chest up, grab him. But at the same time, Dixon using that power and that speed. He's getting down the field. He's going to be a weapon, only a sophomore. And that's another guy that we talk about, Dixon, Ed Dixon. He's stepping up. Cameron Colvin out, hurt. You have to have people step up in the ball game, and he's doing that.
Dennis, 16 of 22, 236. He's got a touchdown and also one on the ground on that quarterback sneak. 70 yards for Ed Dixon. 1st and 10 for Oregon at the 24, between the 23 and the 24. I'm marking the 23.
Joe, here comes your son.
Sun's coming out. Might be a nice afternoon for the rest of the day. Here's a little jailbreak again. Derek Jones this time as he has a first down to the 12-yard line. At some point, if you're Washington State, you might want to talk about just playing defense, and the Cougars have a man down. I say doing that, but it's so predictable. When you blitz every single down, you just know it's coming.
You got to somehow slow him down, and watch the speed, watch the acceleration of Derek Jones right there. Almost was fast enough to get away, but that's speed on a football field.
Cougars have a man slow to come off the field.
Very physical game today. A lot of injuries.
Might be Xavier Hicks.
Yeah, it is.
The injured player. He'll come off. First down for Oregon at the 12. 1:30 to go in the half. It has been all Oregon here today. Dixon throws it to the outside. Stewart ushered out of bounds right at the 10.
It's a great job by the defense, Washington State defense, in reading that play.
That one's right down there in front of the microphone. Let's listen. A little crackle. Brought to you by AT&T. Second down from the 10. Second down and 8. 126. About half the crowd's already gone out for the halftime festivities. People are just kind of sitting and watching. You don't feel that same sort of anticipation. To the end zone, and it's caught, and a signal for the touchdown. A great catch made by Derek Jones in the end zone. 39-0 in the second quarter.
A great catch by Derek Jones. I don't think the officials even saw that he caught the football. His hand's underneath the ball. That's a catch.
That's a great
His hand is
catch.
underneath the ball. That is a great catch. If they challenge this, it's okay, because that's going to be a touchdown.
Matt Evenson on for the extra point. And now the whistle comes to take a look at it again, which we'll go through it. The ruling on the field, of course, is the touchdown, so it has to be conclusive, and
Yes.
they'll want to take a look at it. But my, oh my, what a catch by Derek Jones.
The key to this is his hand is underneath the football. You might not see it from this angle. It's a great diving catch. You can't really see it right there, but his hand was underneath the football when he caught this ball. You'll see it from this angle.
This ball was thrown so hard and also through a defender's hands.
Right there.
And he
His hand
still made it.
Yep.
Anyway, Anthony, that gets overturned.
No.
Never say never, right? But that one doesn't look like it's going to.
No, that one doesn't look like it. You see it very quickly. They're done. They just reviewed it.
Is called.
Big smile. Derek Jones says, hey, it's rolling right now. And it is at Autzen. 39-0. And Matt Evenson on for the extra point. That kick is up and is through, and it's 40-0. We talked about it last week. Some of the Oregon players even said, we're not even sure who we're playing next, but I feel sorry for them. 40-0. Oregon has been all over. They have 390 yards of offense in the first half.
Wow. I keep saying wow, but there's nothing else to say but wow. I mean, this football team is doing some work, and you know that the Duck mascot is out there doing all those push-ups. He's going to be wore out the first half.
He's got a tough day. You got to figure that out. I mean, they went from 7 to 10 to 17 to 19, plus 26, plus 33, plus 40.
So
lots of pluses.
There's lots of pluses.
It's now LSU 17, Kentucky 14.
120 still to go here.
Well, and we just talked about that before. There was a lot of time at 199 or 159. There was a lot of time left for them to score, and they scored very quickly.
Cougars are in a little bit of a tough spot here because they're going to, if they want to run it, Oregon still has 3 timeouts if they want to use them, Anthony, which at this point at 40-0, it'd be the greatest comeback ever if Cougars could win it. There you see the standings. Washington State, Oregon on their way today. UCLA with 3 Pac-10 wins, but they've looked terrible in the other games they've played. This ball will be tackled down at the 20-yard line. Dillon on the return. 1:14 to go. And again, if they want to run it and Oregon wants to use their timeouts to get the ball back, they've done a good job stopping the run today.
Well, they have. And Washington State, they have to realize, and they know this, that they don't get the ball in the second half.
Little sideline look for you in case you haven't been able to get that field pass ever. Stand there and see what it looks like.
T.J. Ward gets the tackle on there. Plays the special teams.
Cougars will run it. Nick Reed there for the stop. Let's see if Oregon wants to use a timeout. They've got 3 left.
Target up the middle for a yard.
They'll go ahead and let the clock run here, which...
The sideline, if you're on the sideline watching this football, the one thing that you won't see right here, Hardy's leg got bent around a little bit. That was a little scary, that ankle, is the speed with the big guys, the linemen. That's what I first realized the game was much faster in high school, watching the linemen go so quick when I came to a college football game, an Oregon football game.
Brink's going to throw, looking, he delivers it behind his receiver, and that'll stop the clock with 35.
Brink's pass incomplete.
And Anthony, there's lots of things to work on, of course. You got a kicker that, can always use a little work if you get the ball back.
They're down 9.
Well, and I think also Oregon knows that they're getting the ball back in the second half, so we might as well just take the 40 points and go into the locker room, make some adjustments, whatever you have to make. Apparently they made some adjustments the second quarter.
Yeah.
So make some more adjustments and come out and play, don't stall in the third quarter, but play with the same intensity.
3rd and 9 for Brink. Still looking for some passing yards here in the first half, and they'll run the draw play. Nothing there.
Having the call, the ball carrier.
Ducks again choosing not to use the timeout here.
Well, I think Washington State right here is going to let this clock run out, going to halftime, and themselves have to try to figure out what they need to do to come back from down 40 points.
Well, that's about as good a first half of football you're going to see a complete team play. Cougars without a single passing yard in the second quarter. Ducks with 3 turnovers in the first quarter. And they pretty much scored every possession except for 1. Can't do it any better than that. We are at halftime. 40-0. Oregon leads it over Washington State. Welcome back as we get ready to start the third quarter here. 40-0. Oregon leads it. I see Brady Leaf going through some warm-ups along with Dennis Dixon. Maybe, I don't know how many more series Dennis will get, maybe 1 or 2. We'll see. Oregon will get the ball first. Here's a look at our halftime stats brought to you by Bud Light. Haven't been able to run the ball at all if you're Washington State. Nothing on the ground.
They're nothing at all. But we're looking at the Oregon stats. I think the most important stat right here is this one. Whoops. It's this one right here. Turnovers. They haven't turned the ball over. And that's how they lost the football game last week, 2 weeks ago against Cal. 4 turnovers in the fourth quarter.
Here's a look at Oregon's first half possessions. I mean, when you score like that, when you score 6 out of 8, pretty impossible to get beat. And just efficient. A lot of touchdowns. They settled for 1 field goal, but it was a drive that started way back on their own 5-yard line. And that was a great drive. I mean, 13 plays, 69, and they got something out of it.
Yeah.
And so now the Cougars will have to kick it off here in the second half. And they try onside. And I think Oregon got onto it. I'm not so sure that it was onside other than the squib that just hit a duck.
That was a squib that wanted to get some height, and it didn't. And Oregon happened to get the football.
Good hands by Kwame Ajiman and some of the other Ducks right there. Let's take a look and see what happened there.
Was it Kwame or Marvin Johnson?
He tried to catch it. Yeah, it was Marvin Johnson.
Yeah, Marvin Johnson did a great job as the DB.
He almost caught it on the fly.
He sure did. And that's kind of tough now to put your defense, Washington State defense, you know, the back to the wall with a short field.
Dixon will come out along with Jonathan Stewart. Ducks will start at the 44, leading at 40-0 here as we start the second half. They'll hand it off to Jonathan. He dances his way, breaks a tackle, and then a flag comes out as he goes out of bounds after a 5-yard pickup. It might be a face mask, could be a holding, not sure.
Well, the receivers were locked up. But at the same time, you see Stewart running hard. I mean, he wants to, I think, get busy this second half. It's face mask.
Face mask indicated against the Cougars.
The last thing that Washington State wants is for Oregon to have a quick score, make it 47-0. And here, right here, you'll see the face mask trying to get to the outside. There it goes. Good call by the official.
Face mask in, goes off to Cougar 34.
This is about as quiet as I can ever remember it in Autzen Stadium, but it's 40-0. Well, what are you going to, you know, it's just now it's more like a play. You just settle in and be entertained.
And the offense has the football.
Plenty of time. Dixon delivers it. A good catch is made by Garen Strong. They'll give it forward progress to the 27-yard line.
I like to see Garen Strong in the picture a whole lot more as one of the receivers. He's a very good receiver, tall receiver, hard to defend. Has some great hands. A lot of balls don't go his way, but when they do, he can catch them.
Stewart cuts it back. He'll spin. Get close to the first down. I think he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Close to the 22.
Cougars come out with the ball, but he's down there.
Yeah.
First down for the Ducks.
And now you're going to see that power offense go ahead and slow the plays down. Oregon's offense is usually a fast pace, but at the same time, the clock is on their side.
First and 10 at the 22 now for Dixon. Garen Strong, Aaron Pflugrad, Jason Williams are the wideouts. Ed Dixon at tight end. Jonathan Stewart in the backfield. They'll roll a little bit, throw it back now to Williams, and he wasn't able to come up with it.
Pass intended for Williams, incomplete.
Those are tough ones for offensive linemen to block, Anthony. Talk about that as a defensive player when you saw those offensive guys coming out of the backfield like that and on the offensive line to block you down in space.
It's very tough to block in space, and it's tough to block in space, and it's tough to get off in space. When you know a receiver or running back's going to catch the ball, you need to get off very quickly. So it's all about technique.
Second down and 10. And Arizona now has taken the lead over USC, 13-10. Stewart will be down after a yard gain, and the Ducks will have a 3rd and 9 coming up. And Arizona, again, it could have been worse. It's 13-10, but that Arizona was close to scoring another touchdown at the end of the first half. So there's trouble in Los Angeles.
Well, and talk about a stingy Arizona defense. They've always had a great defense. Stoops has done a great job, the head coach, with their defense. So it's keeping them in the ballgame.
Remember when Michigan was upset by Appalachian State and they laid an egg the next week, and Oregon had a lot to do with that. But it took them a little while to get over that, and now maybe the same thing for USC. Such a shocking loss that it takes you a little time to get over it. Here comes the blitz again. Picked up to the end zone. Pflugrad has it. Touchdown, Oregon. Aaron Pflugrad, his first touchdown as an Oregon Duck.
Henny's working on the celebration, but Aaron Pflugrad, for that young freshman, I tell you what, there's a lot of Sheldon High alumni here and students, because you got two guys played at Sheldon High School, and he's one of them. And he's the one who's shining today over Alex Brink. But right here, the celebration, he has to work on body control, going down to the ground.
He went into it a little too hard, I think.
Yeah, he was so excited.
You got to go up, not out, right?
He was a little bit excited.
The extra point is up and good. And what about the throw from Dennis Dixon? Don't forget about that. On-the-money throw from number 10, who's having a Heisman-type day here at Autzen. 47-0. Welcome back, everyone. Young man with his first career touchdown. Aaron Pflugrad here from Sheldon High School. So we talked a lot about one Sheldon grad coming into this game, Alex Brink, who's been a complete non-factor. And it's the other Sheldon young man having a big day. And, of course, his coach and dad.
His dad
used to be at Washington State, Robin Pflugrad. And second season here with Oregon. He was a recruiting coordinator at Washington State, so he knows a lot of these kids for the Cougars. And a little known fact, his daughter and Aaron's sister is an Oregon cheerleader. So the Pflugrad family all immersed in the Oregon Ducks now.
Well, that's a proud papa right there, having his son score his first touchdown as a true freshman playing in the game. Had to step up, and he's doing a great job. But he, like I said earlier, when the ball's in the air, he will catch the football. He was known for his great hands in high school. I watched him play in high school. Very good. Not a big guy. You know, he's like a Mike Hass. The ball will go up in the air. He will catch it.
First career touchdown, and that's a nice thing for him here today. Dennis Dixon just, again, having just an unbelievable day today as well. He's 21 of 28, 287 yards and some touchdowns. Brink with a little real estate. Still working. He'll have a first down, and he'll take it out of bounds on the Oregon sideline.
Alex Brink picks up 12 yards.
And they move the chains. Been a long time since they have had any passing yards. None in the second quarter. None so far here in the third, as they're just getting started.
I think that's one of his few scrambles that Alex Brink will have. He's not a scrambler. He's a pocket passer. Great coverage, pass coverage downfield.
Ducks were calling for a holding penalty. They thought they had one of their guys tackled. This one is incomplete, intended for Michael Bumpus, who's been awfully quiet.
Watching Washington State's demeanor, physical demeanor of how they're carrying themselves, and they know they're defeated. I mean, there's no life, and I know you're down 47-0, but you have to finish the ball game.
Well, the personal pride thing, Anthony, you talk about that a lot too.
Yes.
I mean, there's a score, but what do you do every single play up against the guy that you're matched up against? That's what you have to focus on. Second down and 10 here for Brink. Fans still making some noise, the folks that are still here. Pressure. Brink hit from behind and dropped at the 25.
Kenny Rowe, another young freshman. A lot of freshman stars shine in this game. Kenny Rowe is known for that speed. Joe coming around the corner, beat his tackle.
Third down 20.
It's going to be a good defensive end.
John Bacon was making a beat on it as well. I'm going to have to dig the book out, Anthony, because there's going to be a lot of names coming up here in the second half that you've probably never heard before that will be on the field for the Oregon Ducks. This is an everybody play day. Ryan DePallo is out on the field as well, Anthony, number 9, which is a big deal coming back from that injury. Here's Brink, has a man open. It's caught, maybe just a little short of the first down, depending on where they spot it. They gave him a good spot. Gave him a great spot, matter of fact. And if you're Oregon, you could even review it if you wanted to. Bumpus made the catch down there.
They're going to measure.
And they're going to measure it, but I think his knee was down more close to the 45, Anthony. They put the ball across the line. It's a first down. They're going to measure it, but I think it's clearly a first down if that's where it is. Let's see where he really should have been down.
It's a great pass and a great route. It's corner route going to the sideline. And right here, across the 45.
Well, it's a pretty good spot. Yeah, his knee was down right on the line.
Yeah, I think they got the first down.
Yeah, they got the first down, a good spot, and a good completion by Alex Brink.
First down, Cougars.
The Cougar defense needed that. They're still trying to, again, recover from being down 47 points, hoping that their offense can move the football and get some points on the board.
Ducks still with most of their first-team defenders out there on the field. And it is only the first possession of the third quarter, so why wouldn't you? Brink out of the shotgun here. More pressure coming. This time he throws down the middle, and he has a man complete at the 20-yard line. Brink took another big shot, gets up off the turf.
Well, Walter Thurman, watching his defensive plan on that play, he was the one who was defending Anderson. And you'll see right here that Alex Brink takes a shot after throws a football, but Walter Thurman tries to come underneath to make a play. You can't do that. It's tough to do. The ball carries very fast. You cannot outrun a football. For him to go underneath to make the play, 9 times out of 10, that ball will sail over him, and the guy will catch the football.
Couldn't throw it any better as they're trying to get the goose egg off the board here. Been a long time since they've been shut out. Flag is down, but that throw was such a good throw. You know, it looked like it stuck underneath the shoulder pads.
Great throw.
Number 73 on the offense, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
5-yard penalty puts the ball at 26. First down, 15.
They'll move it back 1st and 15 now for Brink and the Cougars. Fans want the shutout. They're actually coming to their feet in that end zone down there in the east end zone. Pressure coming. Brink gets hit again, but he delivers it complete inside the 10. And unlike last year, Brink is having to get up every down.
Yeah, you're right.
This year.
You're right. He's if it was a muddy field, he would be dirty right now. But this is another great throw. Timing. You know the blitz is coming. You put it up there for your receiver to go up and get the football. It's a nice job by Bumpus to go up and get that ball at the highest point. You tell your young receivers, go to the highest point and catch that football.
Fans actually making a lot of noise right now inside the 10. Corner blitz coming. Over the middle. Caught for the touchdown. Michael Bumpus. And the Cougars are on the board.
It's a nice, very nice offensive drive for Washington State. Alex was standing in the pocket, just delivering this ball with some authority. And right here, just standing back there, right down the middle, just firing that football right through there. It's a nice job.
Abdul Mohammadi on for the extra point. Kick is up and it is through, and he has a chance to get his leg a little bit warm. 47-7 here with 10:47 to go in the third quarter. Alex Brink finally has a touchdown pass here today against the Ducks. Well, the Cougar fans had a chance to get up and cheer a little bit as Washington State on the board, 47-7. Of course, Oregon and Washington State tied in so many ways. We know so many folks, of course, that went to Washington State. So many of the good folks, a lot of good friends who are Washington State Cougars. Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive, 7 plays, 76 yards, 214. Bumpus the 8-yard TD catch. I was talking about Washington State. One thing that Oregon fans and Washington State fans will always have together is their communal feeling towards the Huskies. Nobody can ever take that togetherness away from them, no matter what happens on any football field at any time. Remini Alston's going to get a chance to return this kick as he takes it up the middle and has a lot of room. Alston still on his feet and gets hit at the 45. And the Ducks again will have a short field, leading at 47-7.
Well, you're seeing a lot of young guys in the ball game. Alston and Crenshaw.
Now here's one of my favorite things. You can get down and audition to sing the national anthem at a men's basketball game. You go to Mac Court tomorrow from noon to 3. And you know what? If you just want to be entertained, you're looking for something to do tomorrow, noon to 3. I mean, you're going to see the best and the best. There's no bad way to sing the national anthem, of course.
You wouldn't see me out there.
Brady Leaf on now. High snap, and Leaf fumbles his first play, so that's not the way they wanted to start things out for Brady's Leaf, as we've got an entirely new group out there. Offensive linemen, centers, the entire group. Drew Davis is out there. Brady Leaf, I see Andre Crenshaw out there. Malachi Lewis. The receivers, of course, sometimes you have to go 5 deep. So Ed Dickson and Derek Jones are still out there. See if Brady gets a chance to throw the ball here against Washington State. Of course, the team that he's grew up knowing a heck of a lot about. And Crenshaw with a pretty good carry, 6 yards to the 48.
That was a nice run by Andre Crenshaw. He reminds me of a Jeremiah Johnson, the way he runs. Kind of the same running style, not as big as Jeremiah, not as explosive, but yet he's still a pup as well.
3rd down 6.
3rd down and 6 here. See if Brady can move the chains to get a chance to have a few more plays here before I Morgan have to punt the ball away. Here's Leaf to throw it. He'll throw it to the outside and incomplete. Crenshaw had a chance at it, but he didn't bring it in. Might have been, well, you don't want it. The sun angle's not the best on him there, but